guys. I don't know who's here. I don't think anybody's here. I don't know. I got on early. Oh, gosh. Ella. Ella, come here. Come here. It's okay. Come here. Ella. Come here. Come on. It's okay. Come on. Oh, my poor kitty. Hi, Laura. Hey, Mary. What's up? My poor kitty's downstairs, like, screaming at the top of her lungs because my husband went outside to walk the dog. Hey, Kristen. What's up? I'll see if anybody else is going to come in, and then we'll get started. Ella. Ella. She's down there crying. Ella. I don't think she wants to come up here. She wants to sit there and cry for her dad and the dog. How's everybody doing? Good week? Bad week? Oh, welcome, Laura. Welcome. Normally we have Ken here, who's a moderator for me, but her kitty cat Max is having some issues, so she hasn't been able to be here. So I miss her. She's really good about keeping everything going. Welcome, Laura. How long have you been watching? Is great. Did you have a good week, Mary? It's kind of hard to have like a great week with all the crap that's going on in the world, you know? With this virus and all, it's just this virus, you guys. I'm so over it. Wait, let's see. Other than Dominican Republic, it's pouring down, raining. Oh, Mary, wow. You know, we're supposed to I live in the DC area, and y'all, you know how the weathermen are. The weather people, they said we could get 6 inches, we could get 2 inches, or we could get a foot. I'm like, well, I could predict that. Like, you know, come on. Hey, Kim. Hi, girlfriend. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. Karen. Hey, girl. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, we have 2 or 3 first timers. Yeah, like I was saying to everybody else, my moderator, Margaret, we call her Ken. She's not here. She has a 19-year-old kitty cat that's like really sick right now. So, yeah, I miss her. She always helps like everything flow. Been trying for my son to keep on swimming. Oh, yeah. Do you guys hear my cat? She sits downstairs by the front door, and whenever my husband takes the dog out for a walk, she just sits there and cries, right? She just cries. Like, hey, Rose, how's it going? Welcome. Oh my gosh, Mary, let me tell you, yesterday, so my youngest son, he's 29, his cars broke down, right? So of course my husband's like, oh, I'll help him fix it. We don't need to go to a mechanic. Well, yesterday we had wind gusts of like, I don't know, 15 to 20 miles per hour. And it was like, I think it was like 28 degrees. So it was like freezing cold, right? So today, he went out to his girlfriend's house last night. His car's still here. So he said he was going to come do it today, and I'm like, why come do it today? It's going to be just as cold today. So it's been like so crappy today. And then tomorrow's supposed to be decent, and then the snow is supposed to come Sunday afternoon, snow all night Sunday, snow Monday, and then turn to sleet, snow Monday night, and then quit Tuesday morning. But this is also the area where they've told us we were going to get all the snow, and so they literally shut down schools in years past, and many times we didn't even get anything. We didn't even get a dusting or anything. So are we going to get snow? Maybe, maybe not. You know, anybody could. Oh, it's crazy. Hey, Julia, missed you, girlfriend. How are you? I was so happy to see your comment the other day, because I hadn't seen you in so long. Oh, where's Mary? She's not in here. I mean, oh my gosh, I'm looking at your name, Mary, and thinking of you instead of Pat. Pat's not here. Oh, hey, JR, welcome, welcome. We have a bunch of like first timers in here tonight. You know what? I haven't gotten anything about Alexis. Suzanne Morphew, I've been getting like little things here and there continually. But it's not been like anything groundbreaking, so I just haven't bothered to put together a video, but I think I will. I'll do like a culmination and maybe do like an update on several different cases, you know? I think that's what I'm gonna do. Definitely. My cat is still down there, like, crying her poor little head off, and she won't come up here. She hates when my husband takes the dog out. She hates it. Ella, come here. Poor thing. She's down there crying. All right, you guys. Let's see. Kim, Karen, Kristen, Rose Gold, Mary Roby, Julia. How's everybody's week been? Ken, you're here. I'm so excited. Yay. Hi, Ken. I missed you. I missed you so much. Like the flow last week, I feel like it just didn't work without you. Like I really missed you. I'm so glad you're here, Ken. You know we all love you. And then Pat is supposed to be here tonight, but she's not. I hope she's okay. You know, I saw a comment that she had surgery. Because remember, I was like so worried about her last week. Ken, I'm so glad you're here. I was selling on eBay. Cool, Karen. Cool. I had actually thought about doing that, like, I don't know. It was like several years ago. My husband had cancer, and there was just so much going on. And I thought, oh, that would be something I could do to make some extra money. And I just never got into it. Oh, no, Laura, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I think I just heard Mr. B come in. I was telling him, you know, my cat Ella, she sits by the front door and screams at the top of her lungs until my husband gets back when he goes to walk the dog. So she's down there like screaming. You're more awake this week? Good. We had a decent week and then spiritually awake. I know what you meant, honey. Wow, Karen, that's awesome. Congratulations. Daggone. Excuse me. Yeah, what do you sell? Do you sell something specific, or is it like lots of different things, or? So, okay, so we just found out like a couple of hours ago that my husband's friend, his wife, she's a surgical nurse in Reno, and her work suggested that she take the virus because she had COVID a while ago. She was healthy. She took the first shot. She was all good. She took the second shot. She passed away. And her autopsy showed that she had an enlarged heart, which I guess they said could come from the Pfizer vaccine that she took. Sucks. Ooh, vintage mid-century modern. Nice. Nice, Karen. Wow, you're a good person to know. Oh, Kristen, I'm so sorry to hear that, honey. I'm so sorry. Hey, Rochelle, how's it going? Hey. Honey. D minor. Hi, D. Yeah, the whole thing of the vaccine, I don't know. I mean, no, there's nothing to say that the vaccine is what killed her directly. Who knows? I mean, she could have had an underlying heart condition. You know what I mean? But it's just scary, you know. Mary, I feel you. I feel you. I don't talk about politics anymore on here, but I feel you. I so feel you. It is scary. It's so scary. Oh, yeah, your Etsy store, Ken. Oh, my gosh, I feel so rude. Like, I haven't even, like, written to you and asked you how that was going. I'm so sorry. I'm such a rude friend, aren't I? I just get so distracted with the readings and stuff going on, and I feel bad. I'm so sorry. I won't take it personally, Julia. We love you too. We're so glad you're here. We've missed you. There's been several weeks where I was like, where's Julia? Julia's not here. Like this week now, it's Pat. Pat's not here again. So, Darlene, hi, girlfriend, hi. Yes, and Ken did send me that, and I want to do something with it. I just have to, like, get myself situated with this computer stuff, because y'all know I'm computer illiterate. I hate computers. They hate me. There's never a time that I just log on to a computer and it's okay. Never. And that could be because my husband's a network engineer. That could be. Because you know how that goes. People say, like, mechanics, their cars are always the ones that are broke down because they don't have time to fix their own cars. Well, that's kind of how it goes here. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, had to take my dog to the vet. So we had been gone for, like, I don't know, 2 hours or something, and we came back, and the dog was, like, keeping her left eye closed, like she didn't want to open it, and then she would open it some, but she kept, like, closing it, and she was sitting there kind of whining, like she was in pain. I tried washing it out, all kinds of stuff, and that didn't do it. So we go to the vet, which our vet is out in the middle of nowhere. My husband, his family always went to this vet, right? So we've just kind of, like, kept our animals there because they're awesome. So we had to drive all the way out there. Fortunately, he looked at it because we thought, unfortunately, Ella goes up to her all the time. Ella goes up and goes like this, like to swat her face. And so we thought, oh gosh, she probably scratched her eye, and that's what happened. When he said, he put the stuff in it and looked, and he said he didn't see a scratch. So he said he thought it was probably just like pink eye. So we got eye lotion. It was really weird. It's like lotion that you put in there. But it worked. She's all better, so thankfully. Yeah, I haven't printed it out because I need Mr. V to do it. Mary, you're probably just precognitive, which I think a lot of women are, and they don't realize it, or they shoot it down. It's an awesome thing to have. We're very fortunate. The general population of women are very fortunate to have that. So yeah, it's like you're precognitive. Is that what am I saying it right? Yeah, like my sister has that. We'll be, like, when I go to visit her, we'll be sitting there and her phone will ring and she's like, oh, that's so-and-so, before she even looks at her phone, and then she just knows who it is. She does that weird stuff all the time. I've seen that, actually, Julia. That is a really good show. Honey.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Ken's back.
Hey, Ken. Hi, everybody.
Mr. V said, hey. I'm sure you guys can hear him, right? When he's like standing there talking, hiding.
Yeah, that mic picks up everything.
Yeah. I've definitely watched that show, Julia. That's a good show.
I wanted the show to go in the dark tonight, and Victoria said no. It's kind of cool.
So my husband set it up, and it was like dark, but you could like, I was illuminated so you could see me. He's like, it's spooky. Let's do it that way. And I was like, no, girl. Not doing it that way.
We should try it and see what they say.
No, I don't want to do it. Honey, let me concentrate.
All right.
Love you. Bye. Mary, that's good. You should pay attention to it. You definitely should. Do you pay attention to your dreams? Because I feel like you have vivid dreams. Do you pay attention to them? If you do, when you wake up, you need to have a notebook right there. You need to jot it all down, because I guarantee you those dreams in the long run will add up and make sense. I do feel that about you. I feel like you have that. Julia, it is. It is definitely a real psychic ability. You know, I always said, like, when they were trying to find bin Laden, okay, out there in the Middle East, I was like, you need to send a bunch of women out there because they will find him. Y'all know they'll find him, you know, because women just have such a good sixth sense, basically. You guys could hear my hubby, right, when he was talking. I'm never sure, like, because he kind of stands at the door hiding. I know, your poor kitty, Ken. How's he doing? Kim. You like this smiling face, my ugly mug over here? That's awesome, Mary. Your mom talks to you in your dreams. Yeah. Yeah. You know, a lot of people don't like, I'm not going to go too much into her personal stuff, but I have a friend that she doesn't pay attention to these things. And she'll, in passing years ago, she mentioned something and then something happened. And I was like, you already knew that was going to happen. Like, you have to pay attention to this, you know? Do you, Rose Gold? You need to write those down, seriously. We should be FBI. I'm telling you. If the FBI hired an entire staff of women, there would never be any bank robbers. There would never be any issues, period. Yeah. Victoria, sorry. I was reading, I thought you were, oh my gosh, Ken. I thought you were talking about like a prescription name, and I'm like, Vicotria. I'm losing it, y'all. I'm tired. Yes, new medication, and we are starting it today, so we'll see over the weekend if it helps. Anything to get, yeah, no doubt. You need a good night's sleep, girl. Julia, I was told that I'm psychic, but I don't know if it's true. I don't feel like you're necessarily, quote, psychic, but I do feel like, you know, you're sensitive, like you're empathic, like you can feel when, you know, like, so if you walk in to a room full of people and you can pick up on their feelings, you know, I talked about it on my Shane Dawson video, but I walked into this church. It was like 1,000 people in there. And I walked in and I was just like inundated with everybody's aches and pains and everybody's feelings. And it was tough. They should, Julia. I agree. JR, as far as knowing if you're psychic or not, I don't know the answer to that, because mine's always been there. Excuse me. I can tell you a little story. When I was little, I had this really good friend, and I don't know why, but the majority of the friends that I became friends with, I beat them up first when I was a little kid. All right. I got bullied. And so whenever anybody treated me bad, I would just beat them up. I was just a little brat. Right. So as a result, I became really close to this one girl, and I'm still close to her to this day. I mean, we've known each other since I was 4 years old. So, and so I was seeing a spirit, a woman, and at the time I didn't know who it was, okay? But it was my friend's grandmother who had passed away. And so I was talking about her, discussing her, right? And the little girl was like, "Are you talking about my grandma?" You know? And I was like, I don't know, you know? But then she was like, "What do you mean you see her? She died," right? So she was like, so, I mean, I guess because you just assume that everybody else can see things. As a little kid, it just becomes a part of life, and I don't know. And then I learned how to like shut it down. Let me rephrase that. I tried to shut it down. But it was always there. I just didn't talk about it. You know what I mean? I didn't talk to people about it. Shell, hey girl, hey. Shell, you know what? Somebody else was telling me that. Somebody emailed me or direct messaged me and said that Orson and Oren's adopted dad had some kind of, and I kept like, that was the prominent thing, was that music, you know, in the van, SUV. It was not a van, it was an SUV. It was a burgundy SUV, and it was this horrible music. And I couldn't like, excuse me, I couldn't put my finger on it other than it was really horrible music, but I didn't know exactly what kind of music it was, like what it was called or anything. Oh, really, Mary? Yeah, I unfortunately have that, and I called my mom and said, my dad's gonna die, he's got cancer, and of course my mom's like, he doesn't have cancer, he's fine, he just messed his back up, he just pulled his back, he's fine. And then 11 days later, he was gone. So I get that too, unfortunately. I knew when my mom was gonna die. I knew, like, yeah. JR, he may be a musician, but the music I was listening to, he didn't sound like a very good musician. Oh, let me tell you that much. I mean, my husband's a musician, but he's a good musician. He's not a crappy one. Yeah, it was just like, I think I described it as like techno or something, because I don't even know what kind of music it is. I don't know. Oh, in case you guys don't know, I was talking about the adopted dad of Oren and Orson West, Classic and Sincere. AI music. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's horrible, whatever it is. Kim. You know what, though, Kim? I mean, look, I'm not in your shoes, right? So please don't take it like I'm anyone that can understand that aspect of it, other than dealing with other people that have, you know, lost kids. But I kind of feel like, I mean, I'm sure and let me tell you, God forbid it were one of my kids, like, I guess I would want to know, but then there's a part of me that's like, yeah, I don't know. Never mind, I'll just shut up about it, because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Is it better to know? Is it better to know when someone you love that much is going to pass? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, because I've not had to deal with that. You know? I don't know. Kristen. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into it on here. Um, um, Kristen, can you email me about that? I just don't want to go into it too much on here. You would want to know too, Karen, when it happened? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're probably 100% right. I just feel like for me, because I see that stuff anyway, I don't know. I mean, I'm a little different in that I do see that normally, so you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know if I would, I guess I would want to know. Yeah, I guess I would want to know. Because if I would want to spend like every second I could with my loved one. So I kind of understand that. And I didn't mean to like, you know, say anything different about, because I know all y'all have lost family. Karen, you lost your daughter. Oh, Kim, your son. It's just, Kristen, your son. Oh my gosh. Messenger. Yeah, that's, you can do, you can either email me or you can send me a message in Instagram. I bet, Kim. I bet. Holy crap. I can't even imagine. Like, yeah. I mean, I've talked to Kathy Pickler, you know, about everything with her son, and I just y'all, I just feel so bad for her and her family. I just wish we could find him and bring him home. That's one that's always gonna like tear me up. It just, you know, it started off when I had that dream of him and I didn't even know who it was, and it's just really impacted my life a lot. Like, yeah. JR, if you want a reading, you can email me and I can set you up a reading. You guys. Yeah. Anybody watched any good psychics lately on YouTube? I feel like I should like know more of this about the psychics that are on YouTube, but I don't, because the people that I normally follow, I'm so busy when I get the time to try to watch them to catch up with their videos that I don't have tons of extra time to look in. You know what I mean? Like, so I love Dark Rose. She's awesome. Yeah, so it's okay, Kristen. I just like, you know, I'm empathic, so when people come on here and they're in pain and they've got all this stuff on their mind, then it's on my mind. You know what I mean? Like, which don't, oh my gosh, I'm not complaining. Don't take it like that. I'm totally not complaining, but it does just kind of like bring me down, you know? It's not your fault. That's just how I am. Oh, did Kathy come on when I wasn't on that week? Like a couple weeks ago? Did she come on here when I wasn't on? I just, you guys, if we didn't have coronavirus and I had the money and the time, I could make the time, but if I had the money, I would fly out to Bremerton, Washington, and I would do everything in my power to see if I could locate her son. I have this really cool thing where I can, well, it's fun for if you're at a party, but to be me, it kind of sucks, I guess. This part of it kind of sucks. Where I can, like, if someone has, like, passed away, let's say I go and I rent a hotel room, okay, and someone in that hotel room has passed away, then I can feel it, you know? So my thing was, if I could go to Bremerton and I could kind of, like, retrace his steps, you know, maybe I could see more and see what exactly happened more specifically, you know what I mean? Oh, Ray Guzman, I don't know anything about him or her. I don't know. Yeah, Sloan Bella's good. Sloan, like, she's really good at what she does. Like, she does, you know, astrology and all that. What is it? She do numerology or just astrology? But she, like, I watch her video and I'm like, wait, what did she just say? Because she just, like, knows it, you know what I mean? She just, like, knows her stuff. She's really good. Exactly, Kim, like when I went to Vegas, to the hotel room. Yeah. So, you know, I would totally hop on a plane right now if I could. Phil Quinn, okay. Yeah, see, I don't know any of these names. It's my hubby. Hi, hubby. Do you know what case you're going to do next? Yeah, I could normally tell you that, except my book's in the other room. I've been working on a couple of different cases. Yeah, I've been working on a couple different cases, sorry. What I had wanted to do for the new year was I wanted to work on like a cold case one day, and then if I had time to do another video, I would do like a recent missing persons case. But y'all, it is so hard to keep up with cases. You know, when I'm doing private readings and I'm doing regular life and then I'm doing other readings and then I'm trying to do YouTube, it's really hard. So, you know, I tried, let me rephrase that. I tried, past tense. But like one of the people that I was trying to read, they ended up finding her, and I'm like, well, shoot, by the time I sit down to do it, they already found the person, which I'm glad they found her, right? But yeah. Oh, Julia. Yeah, Mystic Brady, she's another good one. I like her a lot. You could ask, what? My husband, what? You could ask the person and convince them to talk more because you know they know more than they're saying. I've witnessed it before. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Melissa, welcome. Aw, I'm so glad, Melissa. Thank you. That's such a compliment. Thank you. Yeah, so what my hubby's talking about, like, there have been several cases. Like, there was a case in Maryland. Yeah, there was the guy who killed the girl in Charlottesville. Anyway, you don't need to know, like, names and specifics and stuff, but I don't want to put that out there. But there have been a couple cases where the people are like, no, I wasn't involved. I didn't kill her. I didn't do it. And so I was able to, you know, stand behind a mirror and psychically pick up on everything from like the murderer. And then the detective has a little earpiece in and I just say, okay, ask him this, this, and this, right? And I've been very fortunate that the detectives have been able to crack them. And then they found out, you know, they really were the murderers and they really were involved and so on and so forth, whatever. But yeah, so that's what my hubby's saying. Yeah, he definitely killed more girls, but the thing is, like, here's the thing, guys. When I do these kind of cases, you know, that I work on outside of YouTube, like in real life cases that I do. I don't like to bring that in here, you know what I mean? Because I mean, I'm sure I could almost bet my life that all the cases that I've worked on, I could say, hey, can I talk about it? And they would be like, heck yeah. You know what I mean? But I just choose to kind of keep that private, you know? Let's see. Delphi murders keeps me up at night. It breaks my heart. One thing I wonder if the kids in this town gotten help for their grief and the fear of the killer on the loose. That's a good one, JR. That's another really tough one. I'm going to do another, I'm going to try to connect with them again and see if I can get anything else. But it was in Charlottesville, Virginia. I don't want to give out a whole bunch of information, but it wouldn't be that hard to figure it out. But yeah, Delphi, that's another one. I mean, my family's from Indiana, you know, we're Midwestern people. And so that kind of like hits home, you know, that could have been any one of my cousin's kids, you know what I mean? So that one really bothers me too. And it is sad because the guy is still on the loose, and that SOB, he's not done anything else that I was able to pick up on. But he's so like cocky, you know what I mean? And hopefully, because he is so cocky, hopefully he's going to screw up here soon. But I pretty much think I know who it is. I really think I know who this guy is. I wish I had a means to get face to face with him, because boy, would I have a few things that I would say. Yeah. Let's see. I'd like to know about life after this world. That's a good one. Foreman Brothers of the Delphi Murders last week, called Chasing Evil. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Okay, thanks, Ken. Thanks for that, hon. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, I try so hard to relax when I'm on here, but sometimes it's hard. That's why I love having Ken here, because she just she kind of keeps me on track and keeps me going. I really appreciate what she does. She's awesome and amazing for this channel. Hubby better not be wondering what's for dinner tonight. I already made him some tacos, so he needs to get over that. Yeah. What's the name of the psychic who can draw the suspects? I don't know, JR, but there was one woman. Wow, I think she was in Baltimore, and she could draw the suspects, and she was awesome. I don't know if she's still around. I mean, she's probably getting up there in age, because I remember her back when I was in my 20s, so she's up there in age, you know? Yeah, John Benet Ramsey, that SOB, he's another one. Girl, get those screens. Yeah. You know what? I don't believe that, Julia. I don't believe that. I don't think it was a guy from a beauty pageant. I don't think that at all. Here's what I think. John and Patsy knew exactly who it was. And I don't know if the guy had something to hold over John's head, and that's why they never said anything. I think there's a lot more to that story. I do. I thought about trying to connect with Patsy Ramsey, to see if she would give me any more specifics. You know, I connected with her at one point a little bit, but it was just kind of she was wanting to talk small talk. I don't know how to explain it, but she didn't want to stay focused, I guess is the word. I couldn't get her to focus. Hey, Tammy, what's happening, girlfriend? JR, yes. Yes. On the Delphi murderer's name, yes. This is how sad it, like, I feel like I know enough about him, like I know him. That's what's so scary. I don't. But there's like something about him. There's some connection there. I don't know him, but I feel like I know him. It's weird because I feel like I know so much about him, like psychically. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I definitely need to check that out, Ken. Check them out. Yeah, Ken, that was one thing. I was never getting that she had written the note in the John Bonet case. Excuse me, but they were very much involved in that. Excuse me, and I mean, I'm not saying like that they did it per se, but they were really involved in it. Sketchy is not the word. Right, Kim, right. The Boulder police did screw that up. That was pathetic. Like, they're letting the dad walk all around the house with his friends and all of his friends. Oh gosh, we gotta call all of our friends. We're struggling emotionally here. That would be the last thing I would do. You know, and not because I didn't love my friends and family, you know, but the first thing I would be doing is freaking out, screaming, yelling, like, you need to get over here, police. You need to do your job. I wouldn't be calling my friends to come over to comfort me. I'd be saying, where the hell's my daughter? You know what I mean? Like, case in point, look at the freaking adopted parents of Orrin and Orson, Classic and Sincere. Not once did they say, oh my God, my poor babies. I'm worried sick for them. I have to, we have to do whatever we can to find them. It was nothing like that. Nothing. They didn't even care. Sorry, guys, I'm getting riled up. Is Ghislaine Maxwell involved somewhat in John Bonet? No, I don't think there's any connection whatsoever. Oh, thanks, Ken. I appreciate that. If you send me a link, that would be awesome. Ken, what's up with Colorado and all your folks out there? I gotta mess with you about Colorado. I believe that, Mary. Definitely. Yeah, that could very well be JR. That's another place that I would go in a heartbeat. I always tell my husband, I'm like, we played what's it called? When Powerball and Mega Millions were like millions of dollars, we played. But if we won, I would spend all of it, going to different places, trying to help people and giving it away, because that's how I am. We'd be broke. Kim, we're all crazy. Yeah, exactly, Ken. See, Colorado. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever watched the Foreman Brothers. Have I? I've heard of them because I think somebody on here told me. Maybe it was Ken. Did you tell me, Ken, about them? Yeah, the lottery. That was the word I was looking for. Jeez, what is wrong with me today? I'm so scattered today. Shoot, they're drawing the lottery tonight. I didn't even get a ticket. Not that I'm going to win. I got some moron on the comment section. If you're a psychic, prove it. Tell me the lottery numbers. You little punk, why would I tell you the lottery numbers? I could think of a million other people that I actually like that I would give them to before I would give them to you, you moron. Sorry. Oh, that's right, Ken. Yep, that's right. I remember now, the Skelton Brothers case. That's right. That's right. Okay, the Long Island Medium. Don't sue me. If you're out there, Teresa Caputo, don't sue me. I'm broke. I don't have nothing that you'd ever want. Trust me. Other than maybe some of my gifts, which you're not going to get. So, okay, wait. Let me get caught up, you guys. I'm sorry. See, I'm so distracted all over the place. That's right. I remember. I totally remember now, Ken. I remember. I knew I had heard of them. I'm like, I know those names. Oh, no. Rose gold. That's horrible. Yeah, what is up with Colorado? Kim, I better not be seeing nothing on the news about you, girlfriend, since you're living there. Maybe you should move. Okay, so the Long Island Medium, Julia, you asked. So I definitely think she has some gifts. I think she has some abilities for sure. But I think it's like with anybody, okay? If I started doing like group readings to where I was going into a room with hundreds of people every single day, and these people were paying me hundreds of dollars, and I was doing group readings every single day, like it takes it out of you. You know what I mean? And they make it seem like on TV that, you know, they compile like 150 hours into a 1 hour show, you know what I mean? But I think she just got so like overwhelmed because she was doing the touring and the TV show and normal life. I do feel like, because I found out that when you go to the show, you have to like fill out this paperwork, right? And who do you want to communicate with that's died in your life? And, you know, questions like that, okay? So my thing is then, does she have an earpiece in? Like, is somebody saying, oh, that woman right there in the red wants to communicate with her brother? You know what I mean? I don't know. Don't sue me. I don't know. But I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like there's more to that. But I definitely feel like she has gifts. But I think that she like got herself in over her head, you know, doing, you know, I mean, you're talking about doing a TV show and they follow you around for weeks on end, and then they combine it down into a half an hour or 1 hour show. And then she was doing, you know, back to back, traveling and her, what do you call it? Conferences. So I feel like she just kind of got burnt out. You know what I mean? So I don't know if like they made it easier on her by having people fill that paperwork out. I don't know. Oh, you're moving, Kim. Good. Please get out of that state, man. Nothing good is coming out of that state these days. Yeah, no doubt. That's it, allegedly. Me too, Karen. I loved her husband. I was literally shocked when they said they were getting divorced. I was like, wait, what? And I mean, I didn't watch her show on a regular basis, but of course I knew who she was, and I would see something pop up every now and then, and so I was like, wow, really? Because I just thought, you know, they seemed so good together. Don't you think that you can get burnt out like for years? She needs a break. Yeah, I definitely feel like, I mean, I even get that way on a regular basis, and I don't go out doing, you know, conferences and traveling every single day, and I couldn't do that. Let me rephrase that. I wouldn't do that. Believe it or not, you guys, I know you see me do these YouTube videos, and my husband can vouch for this. I like to stay in the background. I'm the most happiest when I'm doing my readings, but I'm in the background. You know what I mean? It was a really hard leap for me to come on here and do videos, because always in the past, I've always done my readings just, you know, I've not put them on a, I don't know how to say it, but I've always done it. And like, if you walk down the, you know, down the street past me, you would never know what I did. You know what I mean? You wouldn't know what I did for a living. And so it's really hard. It's been, and trust me, I'm like a really outgoing person. I never meet a stranger. I've always been like this. I've been like this since I was a little kid. And when the psychic stuff started happening from a young age, it was hard, you know, and it's hard now to do YouTube videos. It really is. And I know I've had people comment and say, oh, you're lying because you're not looking at the camera. And it's not that I'm lying. It's that I'm uncomfortable looking at the camera. Like, I am a person that likes to talk face to face with another human being, you know? So when I have to get on camera, it's just uncomfortable for me, to be honest. Pat, you're back. I've been so worried about you. I was so worried about you. I'm so glad you're okay. I knew when I was on the last time, I was like, something's wrong with Pat. I can feel it. Like, I could tell something was wrong. I told my husband, I'm like, something's wrong with her. I can feel it. Like, something's not right. I'm so glad you're okay. I'm so glad you're back. Let me see. Do I ever see bad spirits? Oh my gosh, more than I would ever want to. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Not only do I see bad spirits, I see bad auras. Like, if I walking down the mall one day, excuse me, and this man and wife, or no, I don't know if they were married. A man and a woman are coming towards me, and it was just like black aura around them. And literally they were walking and they just had like black, like this thick all the way around their body. And I was like, ugh. Like, I ducked into a store because I was like, oh my gosh. My hubby and I were on vacation at the beach. 2 years ago, we were at the beach and we're walking down the street back to our hotel. And we go into, I think it was like a 7-Eleven or something. And as we're walking out, I said, you see that guy right there? Don't talk to him. And my husband's like, okay. So we walk out and I said, go, go, go. Like, we needed to get away from this guy, okay? And to this day, I don't know what it was about him, but something was really bad. And usually when I feel that way, it's because somebody's like a murderer or a rapist or a little pedophile, you know. Usually that's like when I feel it. Yeah. So yeah. Are aliens real? All right. So look, I don't like to talk about aliens on this channel, but I do think, because I don't want people thinking I'm crazy. Well, I am crazy, but I do think there are aliens. How can there not be? That's all I'm going to say about it. Texas has less mud than Oklahoma. Both places are mud. Oh, thanks, Alex. Thank you. You know what? That's the nicest thing you can say about me. When people say I'm genuine, because I get so many knuckleheads in my comment section, you know, that of course people think they know it all, and they think that if you're on YouTube, that gives them free access to completely nitpick and cut you down any which way to, you know, to next Tuesday. So, you know, I just try to be myself because that's who I am and that's all I am. And yeah. Pat, are you doing better? I mean, are you still in a lot of pain? Are you doing better? Are you doing physical therapy? What are you doing? Wow. Were they bad people? I think so, Julia. Like, when I see black around people, it was like the guy when I told my husband when we were on vacation. I could see nothing but black around him. And when I get around people like that, I can't be around them. And it's so bizarre because I got that way about midway through my marriage to my ex-husband. He was very abusive to me, and I started seeing black around him, and I started feeling like there's just something not good here. You know what I mean? I mean, I knew he had issues because he would beat the crap out of me on a regular basis, but I now know why, because of course he was just put into prison for hitting on a 13-year-old on the computer and talking about what he was going to do to her sexually, and he was going to pay her $50 and he was going to get a hotel room. Thank God it was an undercover cop and not a real 13-year-old, but so his butt's in prison, so good, c'est la vie, you know? The world's a better place without you. I mean, I hate to say that, but there are just some people in this world that the world is a better place without them. You know? He said, oh, I turned over a new leaf, I'm a pastor now. I mean, yeah. Just because you have a little piece of paper that says you're a pastor doesn't mean you're a pastor. I know many, many Christians that claim to be Christians and aren't Christians. You know, I can see that they're not Christians. Mary, he thinks you're nuts. Let him think you're nuts. My husband thinks I'm crazy too, but for different reasons. Just kidding. Aw, Pat. I know, you and Ken get along so well. We missed you, girl. Aw, thanks, Mary. Yeah, you know, I've been getting so much crap. So much crap lately, you know, and I just get to a point where I'm like, why am I even doing video? You know what I mean? Like, and I do them because hopefully I'm helping people. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's all about. It's not about me getting a pat on the back. It's not about me getting rich, because I don't even have my videos monetized. I could have them monetized. I just haven't went there yet, you know? And I will one day, probably, you know, because the more money I make, the more I'm able to go and travel and help find people, you know, is kind of how I look at it. But it's just lately, I guess people are just bored because of the pandemic, and they've been stuck inside and they haven't been able to be out in public treating people like shit. So they feel like, oh, I'll just get on here and treat Victoria like shit and there's nothing she can do about it. So, y'all, I'll tell you, some of these people. That's right, Darlene. The Lord did say that. That's right. Pat, of course your aura is good. What are you talking about, girlfriend? I wouldn't love you like I do and miss you if you weren't. Okay, Shell, what are you saying when you see when someone is about to die? Oh, what do I see when someone's about to die? Aw, thank you, Melissa. Thank you. Aw, Kim, I'm glad I helped you. I you know, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I keep doing videos, because it's not about me. You know what I mean? It's about helping others, you know, and hopefully putting others at peace, you know? Do you think Elaine Maxwell is guilty or innocent? Let me tell you. I know we're innocent until proven guilty in this country. We're very fortunate to have that, right? But she needs to go down. She's guilty. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The girl's guilty. I can feel it. I can see it. Oh, okay. Hold on. Tiki Tutu's here. Hey, Tiki Tutu. Aw, thanks, Pat. It is what it is. I do YouTube videos, so they feel like, oh, she's putting her life on here, so we're free to say whatever we want. You know what I mean? Every now and then it gets to me, and I'm like, why am I doing this? But, you know, then about half an hour later, I sip on my unsweet tea, and then I'm like, yeah. And then I try really hard not to say really vile things to them in the comment section before I block them. My husband can tell you that. I say to my hubby all the time, you know what, I'm going to say blah, 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 and I go off, right? Because I'm just that girl, that person. I just have to get it out of my system. Once I go off on them and I feel like I've gotten it out of my system, then I'm like, woosa, okay, let me just block them. Bye-bye. You know? I just want to avoid bad in the world for my whole life, but I have lots of demons inside. Julia, honey, we all do. None of us are perfect. We all have issues. Come on, you know? You're a good person, and you're going to be okay. You're too trusting, though. Oh, Shal, you wanted to know about the aura? I don't see an aura on people when they're about to die. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, when I was younger, I saw it was more simple. When I was younger, like, I just felt like they were like drooping away, like disappearing. Now that I'm older, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of odd. I just feel like, so, you know, you have that little filament inside of a light bulb, right? So I feel like when someone's about to die, it's almost like I see a light and then I see it diminish. If that makes any sense. What's that?
Didn't you tell me they melt?
That's when I was younger, it was more so. Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain when I was younger, you know? Sorry, Mr. V. Yeah, she's definitely guilty and evil. You guys are so right. It's horrible. Ah, thanks, Julia. Has anyone been able to check out Adventures with a Purpose? I actually saw one of their videos. They're awesome. You know, it would be so cool. I would love to work with them. You know, if I could do the psychic aspect of it and they could do the actual searching, we'd make a good team. Your purpose is to help others learn, live, love, and grow. Thank you, Kristen. I try. You know, I try. It's hard sometimes. Some of these stupid people, it's hard, but you know. Y'all serious? Watch the news. Yeah, the news is horrible. I don't like to watch the news. My husband, unfortunately, went through a period where he was watching the news 24/7. Like, he works from home, so he would be working, but the news would be on in the background. And I've learned how to tune it out, because I can't listen to, like, I have enough negativity that I have to deal with. You know what I mean? I can't deal with, like, extra negativity of watching the news. You know, it's hard for me. And it just makes me, like, irritable, and I feel it, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I've watched some, but it was too slow for me. I like instant gratification. I love you, Pat. Yeah. Victoria, when people are angelic, what do you say? I know people think that, so people's perception, sorry guys, every time I get on, my eyes start bothering me. I don't even have the fan on, stupid eyes are bothering me. So let me ask you this. So most people have an idea in their head of like what Jesus looks like, right? And then most people have in their head an idea of what angels look like, right? When I see angels, I don't see like these big, huge white wings per se. I see, it's like the brightest, crispest white I've ever seen. Like they're white, and like they don't have like, it's not like skin like we have, like, you know, there's brown skin, black skin. It's not like that. It's like It's like they're lit up from the inside, if that makes any sense. Yeah, just like lit up from the inside out. I don't know. It's hard to explain it. Excuse me. It's really hard to explain it. Yeah, too much news and I'm depressed. Me too, girl. That's good, Kim. I need to like, I mean, like right now we have this snowstorm coming and there's like a side of me that's like, oh, I should watch the local news, you know, the DC news to find out what they're calling for. But I already know what they're calling for. They're calling for, oh, you could get 2 inches or you could get a foot of snow. And you know what I mean? Like, why bother watching? I already know. They don't know. They don't know any more than what I know when I look outside in the morning to see what the weather is. I know. You saw Tiki. You saw Pat's back. I know. We're so excited. Yeah, profiling evil. Yeah. Yeah, Kristen, translucent's a good word. But it's like, I got somebody trying to come through, you guys. Okay, so translucent's a good description, but it's like, crap, I don't even know. Like, sorry, guys. It's just this like, I've never seen this color before. Like, if I were to compare it to something, of course, I would say it's like this bright, 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 bright white, but it's not even white. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of hard to describe. Wow, foot of snow in Chicago. Thank God I don't live there. My friend Alicia's probably having a heyday. She loves snow. She lives in Chicago. Yeah, no, the ignorant part of me at one point said to my husband years ago, I was like, oh, we should move to Alaska because you could get a government contracting job there. I don't know what the heck I was thinking that day because I don't like cold. I don't like snow. Like, yeah, Kim, exactly. It's pure. That's it. That's a good word. Alice. Oh, I saw Alice. Thought it was Alice Wonderland. Sorry, Allison. Hi, Allison. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. What my hubby came in to say a minute ago was, when I was little, it looked like the person was like melting when someone was about to die. And it's so bizarre because somebody bought me a book of Sylvia Brown. And in the book, when I read it, this was years ago, excuse me, she said that when she was little, she saw, I guess, her grandmother and her face was melting. And I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I was able to see. Yeah, it was weird. Well, they're saying, Pat, I agree with you about the ice. They're saying that Sunday night snow, Monday snow, Monday afternoon sleet and freezing rain, and then it'll turn back to snow and snow until Tuesday morning. Somebody killed me. 4 years ago, this time, we got like 1.5 feet of snow, and I was not a happy camper, trust me. Plus, you guys have to know, okay? If a raindrop falls, everybody in the DC metro area goes ape crazy. Nobody out here can drive in the snow. I swear, nobody here can drive in the rain. They can't drive in the snow. It's like if we get no kidding. If we have a rainstorm, there are wrecks all up and down the inner loop and outer loop of the Beltway going into DC. It's a friggin' nightmare. These people cannot drive out here, y'all. Let's see. I can't even, okay. It's going to be a snowstorm tomorrow. I'm staying in and watching the Wendy Williams movie. I saw that was going to be on, JR. I saw that. Alaska. Yeah, from what I've seen on TV, it's beautiful, but I'd rather, let's go to the Caribbean. I'd rather go to the beach. Night Stalker decided I need new steel doors. That's good. Hey, Ginger, what's happening? Welcome. Can you tell us, do your past pets hang around with us in spirit after they pass? Oh my goodness, yes. There have been many nights when I'm in my kitchen cooking, my husband would be upstairs working, and I literally looked over and there was my dog, Sammy girl, walking down the steps. And I'm like, hey, Sammy. And she kept walking. Then after the very first time it happened, afterwards, I was like, oh my God, that was Sammy. You know, because our dog now is her name's G Minor. So it was just so like she walked down the stairs like she always used to. And I'm like, hey, Sammy girl. And didn't even think twice. And I was like, oh my God, that was Sammy. You know, I've seen our ferret, Farah, little Miss Farah running around the house. I saw our other cat, Baby, running around the house. Oh yeah, they're very much still around you. 100%. '60s tomorrow. Yeah, you know what? We had 55 degrees for like 4 days in a row. It was gorgeous. And then yesterday with the 25-mile-an-hour winds, it was like 31 was the high, but it felt like it was like 17. And then this morning it was like that too. I took the dog out for a walk, about froze to death. I went to 70 here. I miss snow. Oh, Mary. Yeah, my friend she's in Florida and she's like, I miss it in DC. I miss the snow. I'm like, girl, I'll switch with you any day, honey. Wish I had snow. I live in Georgia, but I'm a Philly girl, born and raised. So you're used to it, Melissa. Yeah, I just hate snow. I don't know. I mean, I remember as a kid, I liked it, like it was fun. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, great. I get to shovel. Yay. Yay me. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I get to go out and shovel a foot of snow. Yay. You know? Is reincarnation a choice? Like our soul is expected to go through a certain number of lives. In Jersey, I want snow. So it's not necessarily that reincarnation is a choice. It's more of, now look, I'm not an expert on reincarnation by any means, okay? But from what I've seen, you can choose, all right? So if you feel like, I don't know why anybody would want to do this, but if you feel like, oh wow, I haven't got enough stupid people on the earth, let me go back down there. But I think sometimes it's when you feel like there's something left undone, you know what I mean? And so you choose to go back to try to finish what you started, I guess. Yes, Karen, the Beltway sucks. It sucks so bad. I remember years ago, I did this. So here in the DC area, there used to be this show called The Don and Mike Show. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara. And you could call in and play the game. And what they would give you a subject and you had to talk for 2 minutes straight without saying or right? And I was a pro at that because I used to be a public speaker and do that kind of crap. Sorry, that kind of crap. That's real professional, huh? So I got on there and won. And they were like, okay, you get up. You know what they gave me? I hate the Beltway t-shirt. I'm like, really? You can keep it. You know what I mean? A bunch of Jersey girls. Hey, Abandoned Exploring Mike. How's it going? I would faint if I saw my cats get close to the house. Aww. It's so cool to see them, though, because for me anyway, like, it was like they were really right there. Like, it's so bizarre when I see them. I'm like, it still blows me away. I mean, I can see the dead, for God's sake, but it blows me away to see my pets, you know, the ones that I loved and passed, and yeah. She was so clear, then faded away. Oh, wow. I love snow. Kim, yuck. It's pretty for, sometimes I even think it's pretty for like 10 minutes. And then after that, I'm done. Wayne Williams, the alleged Atlanta child murderer, guilty or innocent. I don't know anything about him, but just from the first feeling that I got, guilty. If, I can tell you probably anytime I've ever doubted that feeling that I get, that I've always gotten, I'm wrong if I doubt it. And I still, to this day, you guys, when I'm doing a reading a lot of times, I still doubt things that I'm getting. And I don't know why. I think it's just part of being a female. We always doubt stuff. Yeah. Okay, hubby, who is Bob regarding John Bonet? Yeah. Next, let's go on to the next subject. Absolutely, I always thank her for showing me she is okay on the other side. That's what you should do, Tiki. That's awesome. Aww. Aww. That is a big sign, Ken. Most definitely. Yeah, I believe that. They do wait for you. Pat, me too. Me too, girl. I feel you. It's fine on Christmas Eve, like, oh, look, it's Christmas Eve and it's snowing. How pretty. I feel you. And actually, did we have snow this year on Christmas Eve? Like, it didn't stick or anything. Was that Christmas Eve or Christmas Day when it was, like, pouring down the snow? Because we never have that here. It's been years since we've had snow here on Christmas. Yep. You just made me laugh. Keep on doing what you're doing. You're good. Gotta go to work. You need. Love it. Aw, take care, Melissa. Have a great night, honey. Ew, work. Have fun. Let's see. No hurry, but when it finally happens, you'll have your pets running to you. Yep, definitely. You're like totally. I don't know if people get this or not, but is it people, your loved ones that have crossed, that haven't chosen to go through another life? They're all like right there. And I mean, I've seen, people cross over and there's like people that they don't recognize even. You know what I mean? Because there's so many people. Because you got to think about, like, on your mom's side and your dad's side, all the people you never got to meet because they died when you were, young or before you were even born. You know what I mean? Like, generation after generation. That's what I'm trying to say. Generation, that's the word. Having a hard time grasping the English language tonight, you guys. I'm sorry. Julia, I'll have a party with you. I'll probably make it over there before you do, girl, though, so I'll be waiting on you when you come on up. That's right, Darlene. That's right. Hey, Cynthia, what's happening, girlfriend? Sip. Do you guys know what my husband... Did I ever tell you the story about when he says sip? The funniest comedian I've ever seen in my entire life. Why can I not remember his daggone name? We used to go every year on my birthday to this comedy club. And this guy was hilarious, you guys. And so he would do like his skits, right? And like in his one skit, he's like on the ground, like dead, acting like he's dead. And then all of a sudden he's like, sip! And he'd get up and take a drink of his alcohol and then go back into his skit. It sounds so stupid, but he was hilarious. The guy was so freaking funny. I don't even know if he's still, like touring around doing a show or not. Because that comedy club that we went to shut down, so. Oh, good. We got Julia and Pat are going to meet us, too. We'll be waiting up there. Do I still have on my... I do, yep. Yep. So Second came up to me randomly and said, did you have a daughter who died? And I said, yeah. She said that I got to tell you. She is smiling and she's with her little black and white dog. Aw, that's so cool. Hey, Diana, what's happening? Hi, Yetta. You come to visit? Come here. Come on. Yeah, hi. Hi, Yetta. Come here. That's so cool, Karen. I'm one of those crazy people that does that. I'll, if I get something, if I'm in a store and I get something, I'll go up and be like, I always say to the person, you're going to think I'm crazy, but, and then I tell them I'm a psychic and I tell them whatever message I'm getting, but come here. Come here. Come see me. Oh, you come and see me. Everybody wants to see you because you're so cute. You don't want to see everybody? You want to say hi? Hi. Say hi. Okay, I'm sorry. She's so finicky. And because I picked her up, now she'll have to go like crazy cleaning herself. She's so finicky. What are you doing? Where are you going? I would love to get a message like that. Yes. I would imagine like it'd be a pretty cool thing, especially when you're finding out that a loved one is okay. You know what I mean? I always feel my mom around me. Yeah. It's a lot of times in a lot of situations, our loved ones are still there. And it's just a matter of if you can feel it or not, if you can feel them around you or not. And I know it's easy for me to say that, but you have to learn how to learn how to quiet yourself, I guess. I don't know. Thanks, it was true too, buddy died around 2000. Aww. Aww. Victoria, I remember the story of the woman in the supermarket. Harold. Oh, that's Harold. She's so funny, man. That lady was so funny. This, long story short, this woman in the grocery store, I was getting a message. Okay, and I felt like I needed to give it to her. And she's like, oh, that's Harold. Harold's always around. It was her husband who had passed away. And apparently she was very much aware that he was there, and she was a hoot. I haven't run into her since then, but like I would. I mean, there's so many people, but in the afterlife, all your senses are going to task. Oh, that's funny. Yes. But from what I've seen, it's like, so our senses are heightened, I think. But it's not that we necessarily need our senses, if that makes any sense. Like, if you like to eat, if you're a food person like I am, when I die, I can still eat. But I don't have to eat. You know what I mean? Like, on Earth, we have to eat and drink to survive. Up there, you don't have to eat and drink. You know what I mean? So, from what I've seen, I'm not an expert on the afterlife. I can only tell you, what I've seen. You know what I mean? Afton, hey! Surviving Death. I've got to watch that. You know what? That's what I'll do Sunday and Monday, because I'm just going to chill out while the snow goes crazy. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, she's beautiful. And even though I joke, I would love to see my cats again. It hurt so bad when they left. I know. Doesn't it suck bad? It sucks so bad. I feel like, when I was saying before, you have to learn how to quiet yourself to be able to feel your loved one around you. There have been many people that I've done readings for, and I've said, so-and-so has said they're going to do this, this, and this. And so I've tried to kind of work with them and say, you have to quiet yourself. And the only way to do that, I don't know how to explain it, but you can't, it's hard for me to even explain it because it's hard for me to do, okay? So it's not a simple thing, but you have to just like you have to just clear everything out, just clear everything out of your mind, just go blank and just focus on one thing. Like I focus on like my breathing, like breathing in, you know, take a slow breath out and start focusing on that. And then you can hear and see your loved ones better, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but y'all know I'm trying here. All right, I'm getting behind here. Awesome personality, Victoria. Oh, thanks, Karen. Thanks, girlfriend. Open your third eye. Exactly. You know, see, sometimes, thank you for telling me. But that's exactly right. It's like you have to, but in order for me to explain it to people, I always kind of explain it like, learn how to start focusing on your breathing and block everything else out, everything else that's around you, and just focus on the breath in, the breath out, you know. But you're right. Your third eye. You're right. I'm not, look, y'all, I've never been one of these, like, I have crystals. I have angel cards right here. I don't use them, but I have them. I'm just not a big, I'm more of like, I try to be on people's level. And I feel like sometimes when people talk, when they're very like esoteric, sometimes it can kind of scare a person. So I try hard not to be, I don't talk about, you know, for example, open your third eye. It's not something that I would normally say to somebody. I know exactly what it means and I do it all the time, but just because, I don't know, it's just easier for me to be able to relate to people if I say it just like in my own verbiage, you know what I mean? Yeah. Kristen, I believe your sentences, I can't even read now. Your senses are heightened in the afterlife. They say that exactly. I believe that too. From what I've seen, all of your senses are really heightened. Yeah. Do you think it's worth it to try to be a starving artist musical when you have the talent, or get a 9 to 5 that you don't like? Oh my gosh, Julia, don't ever ask me that, because I'll be 100% honest with you. My husband is a network engineer. He does that for a living, but he's an artist. He always has been. That's one of the things that attracted me to him. You know, he's not afraid to be who he is. And I'm the type of person, and look, if you were my daughter, I would be saying, well, honey, you need to stay in school and you need to get your degree and then you need to get a job in your degree. But really, if push came to shove, I would say, you know what? You got to go do what your passion is and what you like doing, because it doesn't do you any good to go get a job that you hate, because you're going to be miserable all the time. You're not going to want to go to work and you're not going to want to be successful because you're not going to care. So if you're my daughter, I would say, oh, you need to finish college, honey. What?
How much attacking?
Huh?
Never mind.
Oh, I don't know what my hubby was talking about, y'all. But you gotta be happy, you know what I mean? You gotta be happy with what you do. Hey, Captain. Is COVID man-made? Yeah. I believe that. I believe that it was made in a lab and it was made for the sole purpose of harming this world. And it's not over, y'all. I've talked about this a lot since last year. I've had this overwhelming feeling, probably since last February or March, this overwhelming feeling that something horrible was going to happen at any second. I've got this feeling with 9/11. I got this feeling with the Paris shootings. I've got the Pulse nightclub shootings, the Vegas shootings. I had the dream at the Vegas shootings when I was in Vegas a couple days before it happened. I have had this horrible feeling. And, you know, at first I thought, you know, maybe it's like the Bible says, maybe it's like rapture's coming. And then I thought, well, maybe it's just like another 9/11 type of repeat. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you this much. I don't feel like COVID is going to be gone anytime soon. And unfortunately, I feel like there could be other strains of COVID coming in the future. I wish I didn't feel this way, but I do. And I don't know if this horrible feeling that I'm having, if it's in fact COVID related or if it's another 9/11 or whatever. I don't know what it is, but I still have it. I have it every day. I have this feeling, and I don't know how to explain it other than I have this feeling in the pit of my stomach, and I can feel it in my heart. I can feel it in my brain. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not going to be over anytime soon. I don't get the feeling that it's going to be over anytime soon. You're right, Tiki. It's just I feel sometimes like I'm lost. I don't know how to start a group. You just have to get out there, Julia. You have to put yourself out there, even if you're uncomfortable. Like, I do that all the time. Like, even if it's uncomfortable, you have to put yourself out there and do it. This is my goal every day. Thank you. Great goal. So many don't really have a choice on what they do in life. Sad. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, because when push comes to shove, you got to be able to support yourself. So unfortunately, that does happen. I worked with severe needs kids for years. Didn't make any money, but loved my job. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I love doing what I do. I absolutely love doing readings. I don't make a lot of money doing it. Because not everybody can afford full price for a reading. But if I feel like that person needs a reading, I'm going to give them a reading. You know what I mean? But the other thing, I for the past 10 years, I've run a food pantry, and I absolutely love that. And I want to get back into it. As soon as I feel safer with COVID, I want, and I feel bad because now's the time when everybody needs it the most. You know what I mean? But there's just a part of me that I'm like in fear. My sister got it. Thank God she's okay, but she got hit so bad with it. And with all of my brain issues, I could die so easily from it, So I'm like scared. I failed out of my nursing major because of that. Now I don't know what to do. Really, Julia? Because I really think you would be a really good nurse. I don't feel it will just disappear either. You're feeling dread. Dread, that's the word. Thank you, Ken. That's the word. Bethany! Hey, Bethany! I hate to say this, but I really feel like if you're in a position to buy food and put it up, I was never one of these people, everybody's like, oh, you need to prep, you need to prep, you need to prep. And I was always like, you know what I mean? But now more and more I see it. Like, I went to the grocery store this morning, right? And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I can't justify buying a pack of boneless, skinless chicken breasts for one freaking meal for $11. Like, and that was on sale. I was like, what? It's so expensive, you guys. So yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried that it's just the prices are gonna keep getting higher and higher and people aren't gonna be able to eat. Like, I'm really worried about that. Aw, thank you, Pat. Hey, Pat, thank you. I've been through a lot, but I've been very fortunate. I mean, as much as I've seen that I haven't had to physically go through stuff, you know what I mean? Like, when I left, I had the dream when I was in Vegas, and I kept waiting for it to happen, and nothing happened, and I go home, and 2 days later, I can't sleep. I had a horrible nightmare. I can't sleep. I wake up, I turn the news on, and they had just started saying that shots had been fired at the Country Music Festival. And the weekend before, when I was in Vegas, the whole time I was in Vegas, It was the iHeartRadio Festival, which was at the same venue, and that's what I dreamed. I dreamt that's when it happened, not during the Harvest Fest. You know what I mean? So I mean, it was horrible. Like I was scared to death for me and my brother and sister. My brother had never been to Vegas. My sister and I go every year. And I said, hey, it'd be so cool for my brother to go. So we met, and then I had that dream, and then I was freaked out. Like, that's the only one that that was the hardest for me, I think. I think that was the hardest. Even harder than 9/11 because of the fact that I was right there in Vegas and I thought it was going to happen any second, you know? So I was like waiting for it to happen, basically. Hey, Fran, how's it going?
Victoria.
What?
What does it mean when D minor's licking a lot?
It's like she's sick to her stomach. Oh no, my puppy's sick. No, D minor. That poor girl, man. She's D minor. She is just struggling these days. She's getting old. Poor puppy. Whoa, I work for the public school. Hey, Sally, what's happening? I'm always worried I'm going to lose my job. I bet. Here's the sad reality. We need to be concerned about it. You know, we need to be worried about our jobs and our income and food. And I mean, I hate to say that, but it just seems like it just isn't getting better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's going to be a, wait, you can't see me, can you? Wait, right there. I don't think there's going to be a better anytime soon. You know what I mean? I don't foresee that, like, psychically. Unfortunately, I think it's going to get worse. I do. Let's see. Everything is sky high. Restaurants all. I know. It's ridiculous, Pat, isn't it? It must be awful to feel dread and wait for something to happen. It is. That's the worst part. I will never complain. I don't ever want anything I say to come across like I'm complaining, because I'm not. Because, excuse me, I'm very grateful for this. And I take it seriously, and I try to do everything I can to help people, you know, but that's worst. Is feeling it, knowing something's going to happen, but not knowing exactly what it is. Sally, did I already say hi to you? Hi. Our own government killed Kennedy. There's been so much crap going on. Yep. So much pressure. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Don't come for me. Bethany, I won't come for you. I have a lot of family and friends that are conspiracy theorists. Where's Jimmy Hoffa's body? No comment. I know, I don't know. Poor D minor is just falling apart, y'all. She'll be 11 June 1st. And the poor girl, I guess my hubby just said she's licking herself like crazy, and she does that when she's got like a stomach ache. The feeling of foreboding really weighs you down. Yep. See, you know, Cynthia, it's just that, do you think schools will open soon? Yeah, I do think there are school systems that will open soon. Unfortunately, I think there are a lot that aren't going to open this year. Like, we're going to be lucky if they open next year. You know, the problem's not, and I mean, take away the psychic aspect of it. The problem's not with the kids, right? Because kids aren't having a hard time with COVID. The problem is these kids going to school and giving it to their teachers, and then their teachers taking it home and infecting the family. You know what I mean? But I kind of feel like, oh, I'll try that, Cynthia. I'll definitely try that. I actually have some plain yogurt and some pumpkin. I kind of feel like, I think the kids need to go back to school. Here's what I think. I think if the teachers are comfortable and the teachers are willing to, you know, make some changes in the classroom to let the kids come back into school, then I think they should be able to go back to school. If the parents are okay with it, if everybody signs a waiver, like, I'm not going to blame you if my kid comes home with COVID and gives it to me. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, because I personally know teachers that are like, this distance learning is ridiculous. We need to go back to school, you know? But after what happened to my husband's friend's wife from the Pfizer vaccine, if you guys weren't here at the beginning, she's a surgical nurse in Reno. She took her first shot. She was all good. She's a healthy woman, no problems. Took her second shot and died. They did an autopsy and said she had an enlarged heart, which they thought was caused from the shot. But I mean, who knows? She could have had an underlying heart problem and not known it, I guess. So, but it's scary, y'all. It's scary. You know what I mean? Our COVID numbers are climbing. Yep, Sally, I feel you. It's DC area. It's climbing like crazy again. You know. Yeah, see, Kim, schools in Colorado are open. Schools in Indiana are open. All the sporting events in Indiana are going on. Like, my cousins are constantly posting their kids, you know, at softball and basketball and hockey, and it's been like that, right? They've been back in school since August, and they're not having any issues, so I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Oh, your dog Louie's 13. Puppy. White rice and bland chicken for the pupper pumpkin. Oh, okay. My neighbor's prepper, and she has me stocked for a month's worth of food. Let me tell you something. So I'm a prepper now, I guess, but I used to coupon, so I still have like 40 containers of laundry detergent, and I haven't been couponing in a year probably. So I'm grateful for that. And I have been like, we went to like Costco and stocked up on, you know, flour, sugar, like the basics, you know what I mean? Because you just don't know. I mean, you just freaking don't know. Like the area that we live in, our power lines are buried. So rarely does our power ever go out, right? So we're very fortunate for that. But God forbid something happened and our power went out. You're going to watch my butt go out in the backyard, build a fire, and I'm going to get my cast iron pans out, and I'm going to cook dinner for my family and for whoever else needs to eat in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, I just, for myself, because I see so many bad things happening all the time, for myself, I had to get to a point where I was prepared, you know? So, I mean, we're trying to, like, make sure we have enough water and, you know, like they always say, fill your bathtub up with water. We're very fortunate. We have 4 full baths, so we could fill 4 bathtubs up with water. Wait, no, we don't have 4 full baths. Sorry, 1, 2. Sorry. We have 3 full baths and a half bath. Yeah, so, you know, we've been stocking up on water. But, you know, I look at water, as long as we have, like, public water. I grew up drinking out of the hose, for God's sake, and I was fine. You know what I mean? We didn't have anything called bottled water when I was growing up. I mean, the hose was your bottled water. When you were outside playing, that was your water. I remember going inside, and my mom's like, get your butt back outside, you know, because she was just trying to live her life, and she was like, leave me alone. Let me do what I gotta do. You know, and so I would go out and play, and when the street lights came on, you knew to get your butt inside for dinner, you know, because if you didn't, you would hear your full name announced and screamed throughout the entire neighborhood. So, but yeah, we didn't have car seats. We drank out of hoses. We rode in the back of pickup trucks and nothing ever happened. You know what I mean? Like stuff that everybody's like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Yeah, we used to do all that fun stuff. Oh no, Kristen, you're out of work. Oh yeah, you know, I didn't even think of that. Like, it's like substitute teachers, cafeteria, bus drivers. I mean, around here, they're not working, you know, because schools aren't in. It's horrible. Oh, Sally, goodness, you're in New York. Good, Tiki. That's what we did. I've got like a small deep freeze. We went to Costco. It's full of meat. I learned how to can. So I'm being that girl now where I'm canning stuff and I got a dehydrator and I'm dehydrating stuff. Now, if I could keep Mr. V out out of my dehydrated marshmallows that I dehydrated so that if, you know, something happens, I can have hot cocoa with dehydrated marshmallows. If I could keep him out of them, because he likes to eat them when they're hard and crunchy, they're like a little treat. He won't stay out of them. I'm like, good Lord, they're all disappearing. I'm gonna have to dehydrate some more. But yeah, I'm trying to do the same thing, like, and I kind of look at it like this. If nothing bad ever happens, yay. You know what I mean? I'll just use that food. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to go to waste, you know? So, but I made sure to stock up on like flour. I went and got like the wheat berries that you can grind up. Because I was like, if nothing else, I can bake biscuits or bread, or, you know what I mean? Like, I could get us by if I had to, you know. It might suck and we might be sick of carbs, but then again, I don't think I could ever get sick of carbs. Oh yeah, no, never mind. That's what I should do this weekend. I'm gonna make some homemade bread. Like a dummy, I got rid of my bread maker because there was a point in my life, like the last 3 years, where I was making all of our bread from scratch. I got rid of my bread maker, and now I'm like wishing I still had it because it's so easy just to throw everything in there and let it bake. Yeah. Your poor kitty, 20 years old. Wow. Your brother's cat was 23. See, is this just like, I guess I just didn't even realize that cats can live that long. Holy cow, that's awesome though. As long as they're not like sick, you know what I mean? Like, I feel so bad for the little sick ones. Yeah, Cynthia, I was definitely, somebody sent me, one of you guys sent me a recipe for dog treats that were like healthy. I need to make some of those. Oh, New Mexico. Next week they're going back. Wow. Wow. All right, you guys, I got so far behind now. I don't know. Hold on, you guys. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it's almost the end of this month. I know, right? I was scared today going to the grocery store. I don't know why, but I think because I flew to Vegas. I had a mask on the whole time on the flight. Not once did I take it off. When I was in Vegas, I kept a mask on the entire time. Me and my sister were like so careful. We sprayed everything down in the hotel room. When I got on that plane, let me tell you, that plane, it was disinfected. Like, I cleaned the crap out of it, right? And then we went and we were so careful. And then I've been fine. I haven't gotten sick. My sister unfortunately got COVID and it was horrible. I mean, it was terrible. She got such a bad case of it. I'm really surprised she didn't end up in the hospital with her asthma. But today, for some reason, it hit me like I was all of a sudden panicked, like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get COVID. So, of course, then I'm like, great. Is it because I was like around somebody that had it? You know what I mean? Like, so then I'm like second guessing myself this afternoon. I haven't even told my hubby this yet, but I've been like panicked all day that I'm going to get COVID. I don't know why. When will COVID go away and how can we protect ourselves? Like I said, I don't see COVID going away anytime soon. And unfortunately, I think in the future, down the line, there's going to be other strains of it. I mean, the only thing you can do is wear a mask, be careful, you know? Buy some food to make sure you have groceries in case it comes to one. Because I don't know, you guys, like there have been so many shortages, even today. Okay, they're calling for snow. So, of course, everybody in the DC area freaks out. There was no toilet paper. There were no paper towels. Fortunately, I didn't need either because I've stockpiled it. There was 6 gallons of milk total. There was like hardly any bread. Cereal was wiped out. Like all the stuff is just wiped out. And I'm like, wow, like this could one day be our reality. You know what I mean? Because these places, they can't keep up like making this stuff fast enough for everybody. So there's a shortage on stuff. You know what I mean? So I moved into a house that has an old-fashioned pantry. Good, Ken. Because I would worry about you. Because you're by yourself in Scotland. There's not room to social distance in the classroom. That's true, Kristen. That's true. I mean, I saw this mock-up, and they had plexiglass, like they hung them from the ceiling on chains, and it was pieces of plexiglass in between the desks. And I mean, that would at least work if one of the kids sneezes or coughs. But yes, there's no way to socially distance 30 kids. That's true. It's impossible. It's impossible. Very true, Tiki. I agree. You know, for the people out there that are healthy and they're not worried about COVID, they can go do what they want to do. Like, I'm fine with it. I kind of, as far as mask wearing, this is kind of my school of thought, okay? I'm not the type, I don't think it's fair if our government says you have to wear a mask. You know what I mean? Because all that's going to cause is people to be resentful and not want to wear a mask. When I look at it like this, I care enough about my fellow humans to wear a mask so that if, God forbid, I have COVID or the flu or a cold or whatever, I'm not going to give it to you. So I feel like you should have enough love for me to wear your mask. You know what I mean? That's just how I look at it, you know, right or wrong, I don't know, but it's just, yeah. I mean, like, I have a friend, she's a nurse, and of course, her husband has cancer, and he's going through chemo right now, and you know, he was just diagnosed with stage 4, and it's looking kind of rough. So she hasn't seen her mom or dad, she hasn't seen her grandkids or her kids. You know, she hasn't seen them since, I think, March of last year. March of last year. Yeah. So, you know, she said, and she lives within an hour of all of them, right? She said, you know, it's been killing me, but I've had to do like FaceTime and stuff. She's like, because I can't get sick. You know, she's a nurse in the OR. She's like, I can't get sick. You know, and now that her husband's sick, she's like, he can't get sick. So they don't go out. They have their groceries delivered. They don't go anywhere. They don't go out of their house. And if my paranoia keeps happening, then I may be that person too, you know, that just has her groceries delivered and that's that. You know, but we got to do what we got to do for our families and for ourselves. Bethany, yeah, your governor. He's about as big of a winner as the governor in Maryland and Virginia. Bunch of losers. You know what? I've canned ground beef. I learned how to do that. But you know what I just saw? So you take a mason jar and you fill it with vinegar and you cut up, like, say, cubed pork, and you put it in there, you put the lid on it, and you put it in a dark place, and it'll like cure the meat to where 2 years from now you can pull the meat out, cook it, and you're good to go. I just learned how to do that. Let me rephrase that. I am just now trying to learn how to do that. I did one mason jar of pork, and it's been sitting now for like 3 or 4 weeks. I smelled it the other day. It's fine. It smells like vinegar. And to look at it, it just looks like, you know, good pork cut up in a liquid. I just learned that, and so I've been checking it, and they say for pork products that can last for like 5 years or more easily. Yeah. You know, I think they're about to do more lockups around here. I think with the new president, I think it's going to happen. Do I agree with it? I don't know. Because, you know, London, they've been locked down again for a second time. And guess what? Their numbers are way up. Like here, our governor, the Maryland governor and the Virginia governor, they did a thing to where you can't be out of your house between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. Technically, if you are out of your house and you're not like on the way to work or on the way to the hospital or something, then you can get in trouble. I don't know how that's going to hold up. But so my thing was, oh, okay, wait a minute. So let me get this straight. So if I go to the grocery store at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm not going to get COVID. But if I go at 10 p.m. to the grocery store, that's ironically enough is open 24 hours, I'm going to get COVID at 10 p.m. So like from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. is when you're going to get COVID, people. Is that what they're trying to tell us? Like, stupid governors. Oh my gosh. And then the mayor of DC, she's about a dumb one too. They're all just so annoying, you guys. My grandkids are split. Some in school, some home in Illinois. Oh, really? You know, this is what kills me. And I said this to my husband earlier. So the kids can't go to school, but every single afternoon, aside from yesterday and today, because it's been so daggone cold, all the kids are outside riding their bikes, playing ball. So it's okay for the kids to be outside playing, but they can't be in school learning. Like, I don't know, y'all. And, you know, I don't have any little kids anymore. So if my kids were little, maybe I would feel differently. Or maybe I would feel like this. These kids are getting on my damn nerves. I need a break. Because I used to feel like that when they were home for like snow days. I would be like, I'm going to kill myself. And then like, I would have to like walk away, take a deep breath, and then go back in. So if I were full-time having to homeschool all three of them, look, these women that homeschool, that have 10 kids and homeschool them, more power to you, woman, but you got more guts than brains, because I'm so fortunate that my kids aren't little, because I would be a horrible stay-at-home mom, because I would just be like, oh, you guys are driving me nuts. What? Sally, does Cuomo really think that? I mean, look, I thought the guy was a nut job, okay? But really? Oh my gosh. You know what, Tiki? It's like that here too. In fact, so I just got this desk, like this antique desk. It has like this removable secretary drawer that gives you more workspace. I love it, right? I just went and picked it up for free. The people are getting rid of it, and so I'm going to strip it down. Well, so we go, where was I going? Oh, so we go into Roslyn to pick it up, and across the street is a 7-Eleven. So in case you all didn't know, okay, 7-Elevens in Maryland and DC, you can't use the restrooms because unfortunately crackheads go in there and they get high and try to stay warm and they lock themselves in the bathrooms. But in Virginia, they all let you use the restroom. So we're in Roslyn. We walk right across the street to go to the restroom because my son was helping move the desk. He needs to go. First of all, he walks in and says to this guy that works there, "Can I use your restroom?" I was like, oh my gosh. You don't do that. You walk in like you own the place, and you walk straight to the employee area, and you look until you find a bathroom, and then you go in. Because if you ask them, they're going to say no. So, of course, what did the guy say? Oh, no, sorry, you can't use our restroom. So, we were trying to find a place for him to pee. So, we find a little bakery, thankfully. My husband and my son got coffee. Cupcakes came home. That's right. I had a cupcake last night, and it was damn good, too. So, we were able to use the restroom there. He was able to use it. So then we're coming home and he's like, I got to use the restroom. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? We stopped. They're like, oh, sorry, we don't have a bathroom. The next place, oh, sorry, we don't have a bathroom. So yeah, nobody has their bathrooms open. So what are you supposed to do? Like if you had to take a road trip somewhere, what the heck do you do? Like, yeah. Anyway, sorry guys. Just went off on that little tangent. I'll have to show you guys this desk, like the before and afters when I get it done. It's going to look really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it into like, I'm going to use it as like a vanity, you know, for my makeup, but I'm also going to use it as like a writing desk for when I do my readings. It's going to be cool. Okay, let me see. Let me get caught up. My hubby excuse me, being a chef won't let us stock up on a lot of stuff. I understand that you're so fortunate to have a hubby that's a chef, but you know what? I would weigh 857 pounds if I had a husband that was a chef. Canned chicken, tuna. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah, Ken. Gosh, you guys have gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous freshwater streams there. That's when life was good. The good old days. Yeah, definitely, right? 20 minutes from a freshwater lake. I'm good water-wise. That's good. You know, we have a pond out in our back behind our house. If I had to have water, you know what I mean? I'm grabbing that up. So, yeah. I just repeated your life. Yeah, see? I would come home, do my little chores, do my homework, and then my mom was like, get your butt outside and play. Unless it was like pouring down rain or it was like snowing, a blizzard or something. Otherwise, you were outside. You just put a coat on and went, you know? Yeah, that's what I do, Ken. I take like my old juice containers and stuff like that and fill them up with water. Gosh, you guys, I'm so far behind. What the heck? Dehydrated marshmallow, yeah. Kneading the bread, I know, that's the best part, isn't it? Kneading it, I love that part, actually. First and seconds back, wow. Karen, I've been like that this whole time. That's why my sister and I ended up meeting in Vegas and going in September. But just all of a sudden, like, I've got this, like, panicky feeling. I don't know why. Oh, bye, Tiki Tutu. Bye, honey. I hope I didn't not get to say goodbye to you. Oh, my God, I can't even talk. Oh, that's cool, Cynthia. Thank you for saving dogs and kitties. Puppies and kitties. Oh, bye, Darlene. Bye, honey. I hope I didn't miss you, too. I think I'm going to get off here, you guys. It's 9:30. I've got to get up at dark 100 tomorrow morning. Hi, Miss B. Hi. Yeah, I have to get up at dark 100 in the morning and drive 45 minutes from here to pick my son up, to bring him back so him and my hubby can fix his car so we don't have to worry about it. I'm over it. I constantly do that, you guys. I went into a store the other day and I was like, oh crap, I don't have my mask on. It's still like, you would think by now it would be a habit for me, but it's just not. Oh gosh, Miss B. I feel bad for you, honey. Teaching at home is tough. Oh, Ginger, I bet. I'm so sorry, honey. You need lots and lots of breaks. Oh, nice. Oh, that's awesome, Cynthia. See, I think my daughter would be a really good homeschool mom. I think she's probably doing really good with the boys, but I don't know. I don't know if I had the patience back then. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, COVID does have a time frame, Sally. We're the stupid ones, right? No, it would be the DC mayor, the Maryland and Virginia governors. They're morons. Let's see. Okay. All right, you guys. Yeah, I'm going to get off of here. I had so much fun. And Pat, I'm so glad you're back. And Ken, I'm so glad you're back. And everybody else, especially all the newcomers. Thank you so much. Karen and Kim. Afton, Fran. Let's see who else am I missing. Y'all, I probably missed somebody. Julia. Bye, honey. Ginger. Bye. Cynthia. Miss B. All right, you guys. I hope you guys have a phenomenal week, and I will see you in my video this week, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye, guys.